Hi, my name is Max. I'm the creator behind Eat the Rich Art. I use he, him, and they, them pronouns, and I have my first Pride market this weekend. So I'm at bed with Pride tomorrow. Today is Saturday, and I have a lot of stock that needs things doing to it. This is everything I've made in my Making Everything Pride series. I think by the time this video goes out, there'll be 2 more episodes of that coming. But yeah, so we have quite a lot to do, quite a lot to get ready. Luckily, I'd left my setup bag packed from last market anyway, so that's already packed. My stock bag from last market is already packed because I just left it how it was, because I knew this would be a really busy week. I just need to get all of the Pride stuff tagged, inventoried, put into a bag, and then I need to pack my rucksack of all my essential just little bits like my power bank and things like that. So yeah, come with me on the journey. We will tag things first, and then I'll probably inventory them as I go actually, but yeah. Lots of admin. And I still would like to make some more mossy guys and possums, but I don't know if I'll get that done today. Depends how long the tagging and stuff takes me, because I'm also at the same time as doing all of this trying to make 100 ducks to give out a download, and I'm on 60 odd and we have 4 days left. So we'll see. We'll see what we get done. Anyway, I'm going to stick you on time-lapse mode and start doing stuff, I guess. I'll see you in a bit. Okay, that is all of the tagging done. I did mean to do the time lapse the whole way through, but my nan and my auntie came to visit, so I turned the time lapse off so that they weren't on camera if they didn't want to be. But they gave me a hand because my auntie saw the tagging gun that I used and she was really excited by it, so she was like, "Can I have a go?" And then that just kind of turned into them doing the tagging with me. So my nan was on writing duty and my auntie was on putting the tags in the things duty, and I was on sorting all of the admin out on Square and my spreadsheets and things, and then calling out like prices and product codes and stuff to them while they were doing that. But that was really nice and very relieving that they helped me with that. I've got the UKCA videos edited and sorted, and all of the documentation sorted for the other 7 things that we've tested recently, so they're all ready to go for the market. Because I like to make sure I've got everything ready before I sell something at a market, just in case. Like, I've never seen an inspector in my life, but in case one came along, then it's all ready to go. So that's all done. So the only things I have left to do is to shove everything that is currently dotted around in pillowcases into a bag, and then I need to pack my big market rucksack, and then I'm done for the evening and I can just sit and crochet for a bit, which will be nice. I need to make some mossy boys and some possums, so if I get some time to make those, that will be nice. It'll be nice to be working with chenille again, because I've been making ducks for the past 6 days and I'm getting a bit fed up with acrylic, but it's got to be done. So yeah, I'm gonna grab the bag that I need, stick you back on time-lapse mode to watch me pack things, and then that will be the end of this bit of the video at least. We'll jump to the market tomorrow and I'll show you how bag goes. So yeah, I'll see you in a bit. Bags packed, ready to go. So I'm going to tidy up. The last thing to do will be to put my technology and chargers in tomorrow, but obviously that's going to happen tomorrow because I'm still going to use that tonight. The power bank's still on charge, so that's tomorrow's job. other than that, we're all good. We're all ready. It'll just be a case of dragging my bags down tomorrow morning from upstairs. Yeah, packing the car once my mum gets here. Thank you for coming along with me on the journey so far. The secret emoji for today is the little rainbow with the cloud on the end, or if you can't find it, just something colourful. That's the secret emoji. So I will see you tomorrow morning for a look at my setup. Right, we're here at the market, we're set up, we've got half an hour to go. My partner's nicked a rack off my mum, so that's got all our paper goods on. And then I've stolen the flat space in front of the table that he usually has because I have too much stock. His stuff's there. I'll tag him in the description as well if you want to check his Instagram out. We have all of our small Pride stuff and our Pride keychains. I've had to put them up on a thingy because the Wales tags were dragging. We've got some rainbow ones in front because I've got more flags than I've got things on the thing. We have all of the non-Pride big stuff is up on the shelves as normal. Then we've got all of the Pride small stuff here, well, medium stuff, the Pride cappies, and then my big turtle. And then we have all of the hoodie bears. My partner made me some lovely nude signs, so I have fancy signs now, and price signs. Do you want to wave to the camera? Do you want to wave to the camera, Mum? This is all my mum's lovely stuff. So she's made some affirmation tokens and keychains for people. She's made some little pridey bears, which are adorable. These are her lipstick key rings. We've got some hand felted berets, some worry balls, goofballs, a few more affirmation tokens here, and these are these just tokens, Mum, or are they badges? Just tokens. We have some little cloud keychains and hearts and whales. And the whales are gay because they're kissing. And a little trans heart. That's my favourite, I think, out of all of the ones you've made. Then here's the rest of my mum's felted stuff over here. We have some handmade cards. And then all of the lovely angels and fairies and eggs and everything that's left over from Easter. And then here's all of our mess because we're messy people. And that is the table. We've used all of my Pride flags that I had from when I was a kid as the tablecloth today, and I think it looks really cool. So I will see you at the end of the market, hopefully, if I remember to. Hello and welcome to the roundup portion of this video. So I got a before video. I once again did not get an after video. It was a bit of a chaotic pack down, so while I was trying to pack down, someone was trying to buy something off me. I didn't want to film. So yeah. Right, what have we got and where are we? Bed with Pride. There we are. And then I'm gonna open my Square app up as well. I've once again not sorted myself out for this video. If you see me rubbing my eye a lot, I'm having, well, I think it's a hay fever reaction this morning. I've been having some on and off very mild allergic reactions for the past day and a bit. My body's just quite sensitive to histamines. It happens, it's fine. I'm just a bit itchy. So this eye, there's nothing wrong with it, it's just itchy. So sorry about that in advance. Oh, it started already. I've mentioned it and it's gone. Right, we want transactions. There it is. So this market was from 12 until 6, we were told originally. We actually were told to pack down at 4:30. So that was an interesting situation. I don't know what happened there, whether they had one of the entertainment people drop out and decided to cut it early, whether the posters were just wrong, whether there was more stuff happening in a different area maybe for the last hour and a half. I'm not entirely sure. So my first sale was actually to another vendor 15 minutes before we opened at 11:45, and that was one of my fidget snakes. It was a pink dappled fidget snake, so I'm now down to the last 4 of those, 3 black and 1 blue, I think. So we'll get those out we'll get those gone at some point, I'm sure. I'm just waiting to see if I can get into the same, speaking of which, I need to text my mum, the same summer fair that I was at last year where I nearly sold out, to see if we can get the last few things shifted, because they were very popular there. So yeah, one pink dappled snake at 11:43. Then once we actually opened, the sales came thick and fast. So at 12:15 I sold a trans whale keychain, and then my card reader broke. Wow, I used my phone for it. I just used my phone's tap system, so it let me put that first keychain order through and then wouldn't connect to the NFC on my phone for some reason. I ended up rebooting my phone. That didn't work. I uninstalled and reinstalled the app. I toggled the settings on and off, all sorts, but eventually in the end I managed to get it fixed. So if you're a vendor and you have that problem, just uninstall the app straight away and then reinstall it and log back in, and it should work. But yeah, don't bother going through all of the turn this setting off and then refresh it and all of that that they give you on the support page, because those don't work. Just uninstall and reinstall it. But yeah, so I had to put two payments through on my mum's and my partner's phones because they were busy talking to different people at different times. That's why I didn't put it just through on one, but luckily all three of us have Square, so we were able to get that sorted. So yeah, at 12:26, so 12 minutes after the whale, I sold a lesbian bee keychain, and I had to record that as cash because that went through on my mum's card reader, so she paid me back for that one. 12:26 also, I put the buy triceratops sold. I've popped that through on my partner's one, and I also at the same time sold a buy hoodie bear to a different member of the same group. I do wish I'd done multiple of some of the flags with the hoodie bears. I think for Warwickshire Pride I'm going to, because the person who bought the triceratops said she would have bought a buy hoodie bear if I had a second one. So yeah, I think because that's a bigger event, I should probably make multiples of some things. Like the frogs and the axolotls we've still got a lot of, so I'll probably just top up any flags that I'm out of. But for the hoodie bears and the capybaras, I need to restock a couple of flags completely and then make some multiples of the most popular ones. So yeah, hoodie bear £15, triceratops £12. Then we got to about 20 minutes later, there was a family that had come by a few times. One of their kids is a drag queen. It shows some photos of him in drag and he's fantastic. So if you see the glam girls, I think they said that they're called Out and About at different prides. I know them, they're cool. But yeah, so we spoke to them a few times. They were chill, they were nice, we had fun. But they just kept coming around and around, and I think they were trying to work out what they wanted to buy to support the store. They had a good look at all of my partner's stuff, they had a good look through all of mine, but in the end they chose to buy my stickers, which was nice. That was fun. I don't sell those very often. So they bought one of each of my people stickers and then my toaster bath sticker. So I sold a Gerardway sticker, a Dan sticker, a Phil sticker, a Youngblood sticker, and then a toaster bath. And I did that as a bundle for them, so they're usually £1.50 each, so it would have been £7.50, but I sold them for £7 to that family. Then another sort of 10-15 minutes later, at 3 minutes past 1, sorry, can't read today, I sold a buy bee keychain for £4. 2 minutes after that, I sold a buy axolotl for £8. 2 minutes after that, I sold a pan whale for £4. And then like literally a minute after that, I sold a trans bee and a trans Beans the Frog to a lovely couple who came. I'm assuming they were both trans femme. We had a good chat about where they'd got their dresses and stuff from, because they were just adorable dresses. One of them had this really gothy dress on with this nice corset, and I was like, did they come together, or like, have you chosen to do that? And she was like, I chose to add the corset. I was like, it looks so good. nice outfit. We had a good chat about the fact that the frog is called Beans, because it's the girl who knots frogs, and I gave them some trans pride stickers as a thank you for purchasing trans things from me, because those don't cost me anything to make. My trans pride stickers are made from cut-offs when I make other stickers, so I don't mind just giving them out for free now and then. So that was nice. Nice little interaction. I was going to say at the same time I sold some stickers. I didn't. That's me putting the free stickers through. Then 8 minutes later I sold a trans axolotl. So I think trans and bi were my two most popular flags for this, which was cool. Yeah, so I need to restock a lot of the trans and bi stuff for Warwickshire Pride. Then 5 minutes later I sold my trans hoodie bear, so again, that's the flag I really need to restock. And then I went to get food, and while I was going to get food, someone bought the possum that I'd made that morning, so that was a £9 order, but it got put through as a custom on my thing because my partner couldn't find what it was. So yeah, then I sold, 10 minutes later I sold a bi Beans the frog, so we're now at 5 to 2. And then at 2 minutes to 2, so 3 minutes later, I sold my rainbow pride cappy, which is very exciting. So we're now into the 2 to 3 time range. I sold, at 1 minute past 2, I sold my bi capybara, which was also very exciting. I got talking to another crochet vendor who was up the road, and they were like, are you the one with the cappies with the flags? And I was like, yeah, that's my pattern. They were like, oh my god, that's so cool. So I think I might gift them the pattern as a thank you for I'm buying some yarn off them because they have a bunch of banat blanket that they don't use. So I was like, hey, I'll use that. I could take it off your hands, please. So I'm going to go pick that up from them. So I might print the pattern off to give to them when I do that. So yeah, I bought bi cappy. Where did I get to? 1 minute past 2. Someone bought the bi pride cappy, and then they also bought one of my frog mushroom pops at the same time, which was nice because they don't sell very often. So I'm very glad for that. So a big thank you to my partner for selling that for me while I was chatting to someone else. Then 7 minutes later, the person I was chatting to bought some trans pride stickers. Then where did we get to? About 10 minutes later, I sold my Ace bee keychain. So the bees did really well, and the whales less so. Weirdly, not a lot of people bought rainbow things at Pride. Like, the Rainbow Pride cappy was the only rainbow thing that I sold. So I still have both my rainbow bees, both my rainbow whales, all of my rainbow axolotls and frogs. The rainbow penguin is still with me, and so is the rainbow squid. Just a bit odd, personally. Not sure on why that is. So I don't need to restock any rainbow things apart from the Pride cappy for the next market, which I'm glad about, don't get me wrong, because that flag is the most colour changes of any flag that I do, but it was just a bit odd. But yeah, anyway, an Ace bee keychain sold at 2:15. At 21 minutes past 2, I had another 2 like quick purchases in a row. So to one family I sold a trans axolotl and a non-binary axolotl, and they paid me £16 in total for both axolotls in purely pound coins because they decided that was what they wanted to do, and they were like, I'm so sorry, and I was like, no, I need change, thank you so much for this. So they kept me going with change for the rest of the afternoon, which was nice. And then we had a girl, bless her dad was so
not fed up, but bemused, I think, because she just kept coming back to the table over and over again, and she kept picking things up and like really sitting with it, and then putting it down, and then picking another thing up, and then putting it down, and then picking the first thing back up again. And he was like, right, we're going to do a lap and we're going to come back if you've decided that this is what you want to buy, because she was after the more expensive things on the table as well. So he was like, you can't just have something from here and then something from somewhere else. You need to actually look because you want something expensive. And at one point, he goes, are you hearing me? Are you listening to me? Or are you just blanking me? And she goes, I'm blanking you. And then keeps looking back at the table, which is hilarious. My partner nearly choked on his lunch because he found it that funny. It was great. So yeah, that was really cool. But they came back around eventually. Once she'd had a look, and she decided she really wanted the mossy gremlin. So the mossy gremlin has found a home, which gives me an excuse to make another one because I love making those guys. And yeah, that was fun. So lots of moss things on the list for restock. Even though I made 2 of my little mossy guys, neither of them sold at this market, but they have been going so well for me. I've been selling out every market that I've had them. So yeah, I'm still going to make a few more, I think, because I do have a couple of markets in between this and my next Pride market. I think I'm going to have a few of my Pridey bits on the table at my non-Pride markets, but not take the full stack of things. I'm going to try and restock the normal stock as well. But yeah, so that was a mossy gremlin at 20 past 2. At 26 minutes past 2, I sold a gay whale keychain to someone who definitely did not know that that was a pride flag. I think they just liked that it was blue. But yeah, so to the lady who's walking around Bedworth with a gay male pride whale on her key rings, I hope you enjoy your whale. In her defence, it is a very good whale colour. But yeah. Then my mum made a sale on my card reader because she wasn't around, so I had to put it through on my phone. So then half an hour after my last purchase, we got really slow at this point. So this is considering we were told we could pack up about 4:30. We're now at, well, the last sort of run of purchases was before 2:30. So the last 2 hours were, I made 3 sales in the last 2 hours. It was very, very slow. So 5 to 3, I sold a Pan Beans the Frog and one of my little capybaras. So that was £12 in total. Then at 10 past 3, so 15 minutes later, I sold a lesbian axolotl. And then again, I was told at 4:30 that I could pack up, right? So yeah, I walked to the organiser, who was literally the opposite side, like diagonally opposite the other side of the hall. Was like, hey, a lot of people are packing up. We were told that the event runs till 6. What's happening? She was like, yeah, because the entertainment's finished, we're just packing up. And I was like, okay, wicked. That works for me. Bit odd, but that works for me. So I walked back through the market hall. I told a few of my vendor friends, who were also confused and just sat there not packing up when other people were packing up. It's like, hey, yeah, they've said we can pack down, it's fine. Got back to my table. My mate was stood at the table waiting to touch me. He'd been, because he's a title holder, so he'd been walking around doing his job as a title holder, and has come back to the table to say hi finally. So I had a little 5-minute chat with him, told my mum that we could pack down, had a chat with the people next to us who were wondering what a Ko-fi store is and whether it would work for their business. So that probably took about like 5 minutes, and then a family came to the table and were really, really looking at my pride stuff, and I was just stood there like, I really wanted to pack up and get out of there. I was knackered by this point. Like, it had been pretty much an hour and a half since I'd made a sale, so I just wanted to get out of there. There'd been this singer on, and I won't name which one, but it was painful to listen to. the rest of the entertainment was fantastic, but this one person was just seemed to think that they were God's gift to the earth and were not, to put it lightly. So I was overstimulated, I was tired, I wanted to go home. This family took 15 minutes, during which time I could not even start packing my table down because of the way they were stood, to choose what they wanted. And I think, as much as I'm grateful for the sale and I'm grateful for how much they interacted with my table, that was the most painful 15 minutes of any market that I've had so far. To not being dramatic, I was just stood there like, please just buy something and move so I can go home. But yeah, I'm sure all vendors have that at some point. Again, I'm so grateful for the sale, don't get me wrong. I'm very grateful that they were really enjoying the table. They're not by any means saying that like it was a bad thing that they were there, that I took the time over making the decision, but I just wanted to go home, man. So yeah, they ended up buying the pan hoodie bear and the non-binary hoodie bear in the end. So that was another £30 right at the end, which was nice. But that was at 10 to 5. And again, I'd been told I could pack up at 4:30. So we had 20 minutes where I knew I could pack up and couldn't. So that was great. But yeah, so that is everything that I sold at Bedworth. I made £245 in the end. My costs though were like 190 quid because I've invested in my table setup and I bought so much yarn so that I could do all of the pride stuff. I do also need to do a little mini restock of some of my colours for restocking some of the pride flags that sold out, especially trans and bi. I'm out of white entirely, I'm out of bright pink. I don't think I've got any purple either, so yeah, I need to restock so that I can restock those 2 flags. Plus a few other bits here and there that sold out. The hoodie bears I really do need to restock and make some more of certain colours. So in the end I had 24 transactions, I sold 34 items, 10 transactions were cash and 14 transactions were card. And yeah, that's how I did. So I'm going to do the rundown of everything I took, how many I took and how many sold as well. So if you don't want to see that, please feel free to skip to the timestamp that I'm going to put on the screen. And if you do want to see that, here we go. Right, I'm not going to read out anything that I didn't actually end up putting on the table. So I took 2 bird fidget poppers and didn't sell either of them. I took 5 mushrooms and 2 mushroom chicks and none of those sold. I took 6 mushroom frogs and sold 1. I took 1 reversible octopus and he's still with me. I took 5 fidget snakes and I sold 1. I took 20 keychain bees and sold 4. I took 20 keychain whales and sold 17. No, sold 3, sorry. I forget that my spreadsheet has what I've got left in stock and not what I actually sold. I took a Bimo, 4 Demogorgons and a Karomi, they're all still with me. I took a Bronto, 2 Celestial Bunnies, a Fruity Turtle, a Reindeer, a Sitting Kitten and a Wizard Cat, and they're all still with me. So that's the jumbo section. Out of my large section, I sold 2 out of 9 capybaras, pride capybaras, and 4 out of 10 hoodie bears. I didn't sell my dragon, either of my implings, my penguin or my strawberry bunny. From the medium section, I didn't sell my devil bear. I took 5 drifty octopuses and didn't sell any of them. I took 2 ghosts, didn't sell any of those. Oh, I've recorded a sale that I didn't actually make here, so I actually only sold 34 items, I think. Gremlin, I sold 1 out of 2 of my gremlins. I didn't sell my hippo, my shark, my pig, my pumpkin toddler, or my T-Rex. I did sell my triceratops. I took 2 star buddies, I didn't sell either of them. I took 4 happy pills, didn't sell any of them. 1 ladybug, didn't sell. 2 octopuses, didn't sell. My Artemis bat didn't sell. We're into the small section now. out of my 26 axolotls, I sold 5 of them. I sold 1 out of 2 of my mini cappies and 3 out of 22 of my beans frogs. I took 1 boo bear, 1 turtle, 1 fish, 2 flower pals, 2 frogs, 1 luma star, 1 baby fury dragon, 1 live elephant, 3 mushroom buddies, 1 patchwork bunny, 2 pufferfish, 1 pumpkin bat, 2 rock golems, 2 sea slugs, and 2 squids, and none of those sold. And then out of my stickers, I took 7 Dan Howells and I sold 1. I took 11 Gerard Ways and sold 1. I took 8 Phil Lesters, sold 1. I took 7 Toaster Bats and sold 1. I took 5 Trans Rights packs, sold 1, and then gave away 1. I took 9 Youngblood stickers and sold 1, and that is everything. So yes, that was £2,006 worth of stock, 259 items, and I sold 33 of them for £245. So that's everything. I had a good time. This is definitely an event I'll do again. The organisers are lovely and they're very flexible with what you want to do, so we did end up expanding slightly out to the sides with my mum's racks that she brings, and no one had a problem with that, which is nice. Yeah, I do think I'll do this event again, even though a lot of the other vendors were saying that they didn't have the best times. I did, so I think I've just got the right thing stock wise for that kind of event. So yeah, it was a good time. So I'm going to say all the YouTubery stuff now. My Ko-fi store is in the description if you would like to buy any of the remaining stock. That should be up in the next couple of days. I need to take some photos of it before I go away so that I can list it all while I'm away. My Instagram is also linked in the description if you want to keep up with what I'm doing a bit more frequently than these videos. I release videos every Monday is what I made video, and every Friday is either a market vlog or a yarn haul or a review of some kind, whether that's patterns or yarns. I'm doing a market prep bride series at the moment, so there's 2 videos to come after this. If you are interested in seeing any of that, please drop me a subscribe and hit the bell icon to be notified when I upload a video. They go up between 12 and 2 UK time on the 2 days that I've specified. I'm trying to get back into releasing shorts, but it's not going well, so main channel videos it is for now. What else I've said? Like the video if you liked it. Hype the video if you're able to. You don't have the option. That's fine. It happens. And I think that I've said everything I needed to say. Comment if you've been to Bed with Pride, and if you saw me there, then hey, thank you for buying things if you did. Yeah. I think that really is everything I need to say now. So thank you again for watching and have a nice day.